It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor? Welcome to this neighborhood, neighbor.
All right, what's up, Eagle-Like Geeks and Freaks? So today I'm going to open what supposedly is an unopened example of Mattel's Big Jim Olympic ski jump from the 1970s. I don't think I'm going to be setting it up anytime soon. If it's not been opened, I probably will not open it. Although you never know, they could have put a brick in there and resealed it, and 10 years later or 20 years later, you open it up and off it goes. But I can hear it's like Legos. You can see how large it is. This is about 2.5 feet long. So I'm going to get it cut open. It arrived today. I was a little annoyed that one of those, I hate when you buy stuff and then I know why they do it, but it really annoys me when shippers put signature required. That drives me fucking bananas. It's like, okay, most people actually, let me rephrase that. Some people are probably working. I don't want to say most anymore because the world has completely gone nuts with who works and who doesn't. And too many people don't want to work anymore and they want to make money, but that's a whole nother deal. And I'm not getting into the politics of that. But what I will say is that regardless, it still drives me nuts when they want signature, then you have to reschedule, and sometimes they don't reschedule properly. In this case, they did come back the next day as I'd asked for, because if you do have one of those, you take the orange slip, instead of signing it and leaving it on the door, taking the chance that they didn't bring it with them, there's a thing on the back you can reschedule delivery. You tell them where you want it, and supposedly that's as good as a signature. It's my understanding. I'm not 100% sure, but I've got a really cool mailman. His name's Rick. He's fantastic. And he will kind of help out wherever he can. All right, give me a second to get this go. I see. Get this monster open. I don't know what the hell was in this before, but whatever it was large. All right, this is pretty cool. I think you're gonna like this. Let's take a peek, shall we? Oh yes, this looks actually really cool. So apparently it's been opened, but it says it hasn't. Well, we're gonna see. I thought he said it wasn't open. Maybe I misread the auction. We'll see. I'm very excited to get it because the artwork is quite cool. It's a little worn out. You get an idea what we got. I just want you to imagine it's Christmas 1970 something, 1974, and this shows up under the tree. At that point, I would have been 5 years old. And if this big ass thing showed up under the tree, which is probably comparable to the Planet of the Apes, bring this out, the Planet of the Apes treehouse set that a lot of us got when we were kids by Mego, he'd probably be very, very excited. All right, I'm going to bring this up for a second. Let's flip this. The box is open. I don't know if the contents are used or not. The box clearly is a little worn, but I'm okay with that. The idea was you would set this up. It was kind of like a Hot Wheels track, but a larger version. And you'd set up this long tower with this long ski slope. And then you'd put Big Jim on skis and you'd send him down the mountain. And off you send him down the mountain and off he would go. I'm not quite sure how good this toy would have worked. I mean, here's the idea. You're putting a 9-inch action figure on skis and he comes down, he jumps off the end. First, I can only imagine the skis and the poles going everywhere and getting broken. If you don't have any Big Jim skis, which I do not, but I think I have a pole or two over there. That's what she said. But if you haven't seen them, I don't think they would have survived too well. Now, what is kind of cool about this, and I've seen this with other Olympic Big Jim stuff, because Mattel did a thing 74 where they did the Olympics. They themed things Olympics. There was a special edition Big Jim, or especially there's an Olympic version of Big Jim. Instead of just regular trunks, which are usually orange or red, whatever color you want to call it, I think they're orange. They were white with like, I think they were red, white, and blue on them, like an American flag. And he came with a gold medal. But what's really neat is there's a thing on the back, and I have it on the other stuff. Gold medal offer, all three for only $1 coupon inside. U.S. Olympic Shield for your T-shirt. It's an iron-on badge. For your T-shirt, iron-on Olympic emblem. U.S. Olympic record book. Surprise your friends with your knowledge of the biggest so surprise your friends with your knowledge of this biggest Olympic events, of the biggest Olympic events. Maybe they wrote this in Hong Kong. U.S. gold member winners from 1936. That's cool. It's got stuff from 1936. That's pretty cool. And a U.S. Olympic medal, full size for you to wear in simulated gold with red, white, and blue ribbon. Now, like I said, other figures had it. You can see this was the offer. We'll see if the paper's on the inside. I did see another one that I was looking for, a Big Jim. It was the Olympic Big Jim. It was not in the outfit, just Olympic Big Jim, and he had the same thing off on the back. So according to this, the tower stands over 25 inches tall, and then you put Big Jim on top. You send him down. It says U.S. Olympic, Big Jim U.S. Olympic ski run, and one of the things where he jumps, and there's a finish line. Contents, ramp over 6.5 feet long. Think about that, over 6.5 feet long. Where the hell are we going to put that thing? Adjust for ski jumps, base, skier's ready room, which is where the tower is, where you get ready to go up. Judges control area. Oh, that's, I guess, where the tower is. There's a middle part where they can stand. Starting platform at the top, railings, flags, ramp support, assembly instructions. Skis run on, so these skis run on bearings. So these skis, all right, these are actually attached in the middle, I can see from the picture, and they have little ball bearings in them, I guess, to help them run. Okay, now I get it. They're not individual skis. Now I see why he could jump this. Boots and skis fit any Big Jim, Big Jack, Big Josh, Big Jeff, or Dr. Steel action figure and outfits not included. This would also include the Pirate Series, the Western Series, the Grizzly Adams figure, the Nakoma figure, the Carl May series, and so on, because they're actually all built on the Big Jim body. Say Jim Big Jim body. Mattel, 1974, Hawthorne, California. Gold medal made in Hong Kong. Balance made in USA. Packaged, printed in USA, manufactured Mattel, all rights reserved. Why would they send off just to have the gold medal done? They must have found a company that was making them and just bought from them. So the contents in this actually do look quite good. This might actually be unused or maybe used once. I'm going to see what I can do to take this out without destroying it and give you guys a view. There's no way I'm setting this all up. It's 6.5 feet long. I mean, technically, I could find a spot in the Toy Room of Solitude down here to do it. And maybe I will. My fear down here is this is a basement. And let me tell you, in 1997, when I started collecting, things were great, but I had a very small bedroom to put the stuff in. I lived in a house. It was my wife and I at the time, first wife. My daughter took the bedroom when she was born, and then there was a little tiny bedroom with a closet. And I stacked things all the way up around the room. And it was kind of messy, and it was difficult, but where else are you going to do it? I didn't think about using the basement at that time, and I probably should have. But at the same time, there were cats in the house. I think I had a little fear of the cats getting to them and destroying them. So that being said, when I moved into this house, about 17 years ago, and I think I've said this before, I had all those IKEA cabinets that were glass 3 ways to the side. They were wood in the back with the lights on top you could add. And I put them all along the walls. And then I put the 4-way glass cabinets in the middle. So it was like walking through a museum. It was really cool. And then we had Hurricane Irene. And Hurricane Irene got into the ground here, the water levels, and raised them up. There were no sump pumps in my basement at the time. Needless to say, there are now. But there were no sump pumps. There's 7 inches of water, and it destroyed a lot of shit. And that's when I said, enough of the collecting. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not wasting my money on this. And I went out and started collecting, if you can, cars, real cars, not Matchbox cars. And then when the Mego bug hit in 2018, 2019, and my buddy contacted me, Frank Amarelli, and said, hey, there's Megos in stores. I'm like, what? And then it kind of took off again. So I've said this before recently, but everything you see in this Toy Room of Solitude, which I'm going to do a tour later because I've added some lights. You can walk through it now. Maybe I'll set up the Big Jim ramp. I'm not sure. It's all collected over the last 4 years or so. It's quite an obsession. So I do have space for this, but if God forbid water ever got back in here again, if it's plastic, okay, it'll survive. But if there's any paper parts or any shit like that, I don't want them getting ruined. And I don't actually have a Big Jim ski set. So if anybody's actually looking to get rid of one, contact me. Maybe we can work something out. All right, let's see what it comes with. Let's see if I can. The fun part is taking it out. The unfun part is trying to get back together the way it came out of the box. So let's see what we have here. All right, let's try this again. We're going to try this. All right, this looks upside down. I mean, the concept behind it is fantastic. I mean, it really is. It's really a fantastic idea. And the fact that they coordinated it with the Olympics and all that was also good. I think this probably has been opened, but we're going to see. Oh, no shit. Okay. Well, how about that? So the skis. How about that? Okay. So the skis and the ski boots are actually included. I did not realize that. So their feet go in, and there's Big Jim's skis. I'm not quite sure where the bearings are for this. These little things? These little tiny... Wow. Looks like there's little tiny... Those little white things look like little tiny bearings on there that make it go. All right. So skis come with it. There are Big Jim ski sets. I'm going to move this back a little bit. Might be a little bit easier. Guys like Danny Gates and some of the other guys that do Big Jim could speak to that better than I can. Here we go. Who cares? We do. All right, well, here's the original warranty card. Who cares? We do. That's who. To Mattel Toys in Hawthorne, California. This is it's a neat little piece of history to find these things. Usually the shit got thrown in the garbage. Every Mattel toy is checked very carefully. Once in a while, a less than perfect toy goes out or a part is missing from the package. If there is a problem with your Mattel purchase, we'd like to correct it. Do not send back the toy. Send the white card to tell the problem, and we'll take care of it right away. Now, isn't that a novel idea, customer service that works? This is why companies like this, at the time, were doing so well. Because you have other companies like today that don't do that stuff, and that's why they go to the shitter eventually. All right, so there's a warranty card. All right, that's interesting. We have the instruction set, looks like. Yep. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. Here's your instruction set. Tells you how to put it together. Wow, there's a lot of work goes into this. The feet actually go in. You drop the boots, the feet go in, and then you put them together and you snap those boots together, which is pretty cool. Let's move this over here. I'm seeing parts. Lots of parts. Okay, let's see what else we got. Okay, so the ramps apparently are these plastic? They look plastic. Got a little bit of, looks like I got a little bit of moisture on there. We can clean that off because these are plastic. At least the outside is. I think it's foam and plastic from the run. There's your ramp runs. Okay. Okay. More pieces. Somebody had definitely opened this, but it's not really used. So I don't know if somebody just opened it to check the contents. Okay, this looks like this is part of the tower. It is. It's all kinds of shit going on here, isn't it? Let's see what else we have. Okay, so see, these parts are what? Okay, these are all right. Here's another piece of the ramp. There's the finish line. So this is your ramp. Come down, and this is the very end of it. Obviously, where Big Jim would jump and come off the end. These, okay, so these are that, I don't know what you call this stuff. This is like pegboard. That's exactly what this is. This is pegboard. So here's one of the items for the tower. So this is the downstairs section because it was a floor. And this is where the changing room would be. And this is where I guess the control tower is. Look at the old computer graphics. Can you guys see how it turns out? The old computers on there. I mean, that's like some old ass shit. I'm an IT. Computers haven't looked like that in a long time. U.S. Olympic time, start, finish, elapse. They got a phone. They got a reel-to-reel computer. They got a couple of buttons on this one. Over here, some more cool graphics. Again, downstairs, we have the little bit of the training room. And then up top, we have the TV camera. So this would actually go in the tower. These parts would go in there, and then you build the tower. And then what would happen is it would look like they were watching, right? I'm going to move these to the ground for a little bit to figure this out. I think some other parts in here we do. Okay, here we have More instructions. Okay, this is the instructions on how to put together the ski run. You guys can see that. And then there's the back, and it shows you how he actually runs down the thing. Okay, very cool. This is what? Okay. This is an important card from Mattel. Let's check it out. When you're getting Big Jim ready for that gold medal winning championship ski jump, pose him in a sitting position. This will give him good balance for going down the ski. Okay, so they actually tell you to pose the figure so he doesn't fall over, which is important because probably a lot of kids wouldn't know what to do. This is the business reply card. Business postage will be paid by Mattel Toys. This is interesting. Okay. How about this? The registration card notice. Now look at the information they're asking for to register a toy. Please return this card promptly. The date of purchase, the toy name. The stock number shown at the end panel. Okay. The name of the child. The birth date of the child. Boy or girl. What happens to non-binary or transgender? I don't know. The birth date and the age. Okay. The name of the parent, Mr. or Mrs. The area code. The phone number. Street address. City, state, zip code. Who purchased toy? Parent, other specify. It's an interesting card. You can't even ask for that shit today because you'll get in trouble. Oh, the world has just changed so much, right? Sometimes I wish I was back in the 70s so that we would have to deal with that stupid ass shit that goes on all the time. All right, so this bag, I don't believe this bag came with it. That looks like a sandwich bag, so it looks like somebody was in it. Here are the flags. They're a little dirty. But these flags actually go on, these flags would actually go on either side of the ski jump as he comes down. And then when he goes in, he would fly through them. And it even says USA and Olympics. Very cool. Here's another one. Here is another one, I guess. There's another one. The flag's missing. These little pieces, these pegs are here. This is part of the railing that goes around the tower, part of the railing. So these would be railings somewhere one direction. These go around the tower. So I guess when you're standing, you don't fall off. Sometimes when I do this shit, I really wish Ray Castile was here to look at these pictures because Ray can look at these paintings. Like I see Big Jim jumping in the air. And if you really look, there's all kinds of other shit going on in the background that they painted. These are the railings that they slide in. Okay, this is where the ramp goes into these. I said all the pieces are here. I hope they are. I guess we'll have to try and put it together just to make sure. Here is so here's the part for the ski jump. This actually goes like this. And then this would go down in the jumps here. It's just a little bit. This actually goes down underneath the ramp. So it goes down. I'll show you that in a bit. I hope all the pieces are here. He said it is. And to be honest with you, I didn't pay that much for it to begin with. I think what I tell Danny Gates, it only cost me $50 or $60, I think, or $49. I forget what I told him it cost. It wasn't a whole lot. As I see them up on eBay, incomplete, going for more than that. Yeah, you can see this one needs to be cleaned up. See, it's got a little schmeg on there. That's all right. We can fix that. It's just a little cleaning. Sometimes a little white distilled vinegar takes that out. Or a little part more. All right, you know what? Shall we put it together? What's up, Tony May? How are you? Always nice to see Tony May here. Tony May, famous customizer, painter, artist, many, many things. This is clearly the floor based on the wood pattern. All right, let's put the tower together. What the hell? It's clearly been open. Let's see if all the pieces are here. All right. So here is our bait. All right, let's see how we're going to do this because this is going to get interesting. Bear with me as Okay, so the first things first is to press two 12-inch slotted columns onto the panels. Make them even with the bottom of panels. Okay. 12-inch, I guess that's these. That's a 12-inch. Slotted panels. Okay. God, I hope all the pieces are here. It's going to suck if they're not. You know what I mean? Such a bummer, especially when they get you all psyched up for it. Okay. So that's another. So press two. Into the panels. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. All right, let's see if we can get this thing together. I might have to move this to the floor, give you guys a better view. But essentially, the look is, which one's, I don't know which one goes to which side. That's the only thing it doesn't say, and I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't think they care. Okay. So we're going to get this guy to here. Starting to get it. And then we're going to take this guy. He's going to go into the other side. Okay, slot goes in. That worked well. Basically, this is supposed to push into here. Make sure it goes to the edge, into our, basically our pegboard. Okay, that's what this is. This is going to go. This is going to go down. Are we going down? Or are we not going down? Okay, maybe that was not a good idea. Or am I? Do I have the wrong pieces? Hold on. Press 2. All right, here. Okay, interesting. You have to be. I'm just realizing, like, I have to be careful because these panels are these pegboards, if you will. These are, it's basically paper. It's a sticker put on there or pressed to there or whatever, and I don't want them to get scratched off or worn off as we're doing it. You know what happens with things with age when they sit in the hot and the cold, stuff gets to shit, right? The only question is I'm not sure why one is taller than the other. I guess we're going to find out. I think the idea is that, give me 1 second. Let's see if we get a picture of that. Yeah, okay, so this is the right way. Okay, I thought these should be even. They're even in the holes, or not even at the top. I guess we're going to find out why in a moment. All right, so let's go in there and put a third one here. Okay, so here's what we have so far. All right, everybody with me? You with me? Okay, let's try the other one. Come on, baby, get in there. All right. Push the panels down. Be sure to meet at the corners. Insert 3 plastic L brackets on the back side of the panels. Okay. Here's an L bracket. So we're going to do 1. Oh yeah, they're definitely different heights. I'm looking at the whatchamacallit. Okay, so these little panels are supposed to go, or these little brackets are supposed to go into these holes on the back. Which apparently, okay, so I believe this is to hold the support. I have to be very careful with this, guys. See what's going to happen. I'm going to put it together and I'm not taking it apart because I'm not even going to risk doing it. It's going to be, I have to figure out a place to put this in the toy room of solitude that's not going to fuck it all up. All right, so the idea is we're getting these behind here, and these are going to provide support for the upper level, I believe. Okay, put 3 L brackets. Insert a plastic L bracket onto the front side of the short panel as shown. Okay, so this is going to go into here on the front of the short panel because the panels are 2 different heights. All right, here we go. Fit the slots in the deck over the top panel, slide deck down to the steps, line up hole, the post back, put rivet through. Okay, oh, the rivet's even here. Wow, this thing definitely, it was open, but I don't think anybody really ever used it because what we've got here. All right, we're going to drop this floor on. I don't know if I can do this with you guys. Give you guys a better idea. So what happens is this guy is going to drop on. I'm just going to go very gentle with this because I don't want to wind up scraping up the stickers and so on. And take our time, take it easy, try and put the pressure in the back. And then what's going to happen is these pegs, right? Okay, so put the rivet. So the rivet's even here. This is one rivet that's here, and this is even here. So that tells me right away that somebody either took really good care of this. Okay, so here's where the rivet goes. This little, you guys see this little red one? And that goes, oh, you guys can see that. And that goes through the hole and into the post below, except that wasn't supposed to pull that out. All right, so this is supposed to go down. This goes into the post, and this thing is going to be huge. And then we have to drop this on to the brackets that we put in the back. And they're going to snap. Give me a second. And this should all start to look a little better in a minute. What's supposed to look like. Come on, baby, get in there. The nice thing about these is they're not that really shitty, brittle plastic. Like you see a lot of times in old toys, they're actually kind of that flexible stuff. I'm not saying you can't break them. I'm not saying you can't bend them and fuck them up. I'm just saying that they're flexible. So they seem to be much better for this kind of environment than some. I wish this has to turn around. This has to go the other way. We don't want to see the open part. Okay, this goes down. You, my friend, into here, I believe. Okay. There's always one that has to be a real fucker, isn't there? Let's try it another way. Let's try it the other way. Sometimes. Oh, wait a minute. I think I see why. Not. Yep. That's up. That's up. Okay, this one needs to be here. Yeah, this one's not all the way down. Now I see why that's a problem. Okay, so this one needs to go to the bottom because this post is not all the way down. So we're trying to do it this way and see if we can get that post in farther than it was. Get it here where it should be. Okay, I think we got it. Let's see if we can get this on the back, although that still looks... Why does this look so... No, this needs to go lower. All right, give me a sec. We have to do a little bit of a fix here because this is not where it needs to be. This needs to go down further. A little bit further. Come on. And you know, if this thing was used, it couldn't have been used much because none of the holes are really worn out on it. I would expect them to be more worn out if they were. All right, let's try this again. So what's happening is this one here is sticking up higher than the other one. Let's see if I can slide this one in more. Let's see if we switch them around. They're all the same size, but sometimes shit just does not work exactly as planned. All right, I'm pulling this out for a second. Pull this out. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let him in together. That's okay. Amanda! One sec, I have to take care of something. I thought you were leaving the garage.
Hi, Mom. Can I get a hug? Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Mom. You got fun tomorrow. I will.
All right, thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Over the way, okay? Unexpected guest. All right, so I think we've got this knocked out where this is going to go in. There we go. All right, now that's in. Now this is connected. Now this goes down. And this is going to go. Some people, no matter what you do, they're never happy, are they? Okay, let's get this down. Now it's going to work. All right, so we're going to drop this pin in, which connects the front of this floor to the top of this thing here. Tengo la cámara. ¿Qué necesito? Okay. Okay. Somebody hates to be on camera. All right, come on, get in there. All right, that's in. All right, this is going to go in now. It's all going to work. What a pain in the ass. Okay. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and on the front's on 4. Yep. Oops, this one's on it. Okay. All right, so what we're doing is we're just attaching the floor to the towers. All right. Now you're getting it. Starting to see how it's working? All right. That's done. What's next? It looks like we might... Oh, this looks like this came apart. Okay, I see. That's why it looks like that. All right, so for... Put guardrails into takeoff ramp. Fit grooves on the run on top of the fit. Okay. So the next is to put this thing, which is the takeoff ramp apparently, into... Holy mother of God, where does this go? Into here? Okay. All right, well, this is interesting. So this is going to be a pain in the ass. All right, so here's our ramp. Oh, do I have this backwards? I think I have, no, I think that's what I'm trying to put on. It's backwards. No, that's correct. So this apparently will go like, where the fuck is this going? Give me a moment. Let's see what it's doing. Always refer to the picture when you can. Jesus. So this is going, oh, there and there. So this is going to go, all right, so this is going here and here, I guess, is where this is going. I'm just trying to figure out where that, oh, it's clipping. The hell is this clipping to? This is bizarre. All right, so it says clip to here. Oh, and to here. Okay. All right, we're getting this because this fucking thing's tall. This is the top. This is the takeoff ramp. Then we're supposed to be putting on these guardrails, which are not these, which is this and this. And this goes here, like this. I believe. Or this way. Sorry, go the wrong way. Oh, yep. 2, 3, 4. Fuck, this thing is big, man. This thing is really fucking big. Like, seriously. It's huge. So we're just going to gently pop these in one at a time. I don't know anybody get this apart when you're done. If your parents put this together for you, I have no idea how the hell they would do this for you. All right, so that's done. Okay, so the next thing to do is to put the ski run. Holy shit, man. We're going to have to do this on the floor. There is no way. This is not going to fit up here. It's 6 feet long. Okay. So that's that. So the ski, okay, 4, 5, 6. So the next thing is the ski run. Fuck it. I guess we're taking it to the floor. Give me a sec. I'm going to move the camera, move everything. Let's take it to the floor and see what we got. All right. Hopefully this battery lasts long enough to do this. All right. I'll see what I can do for you here. It's going to be interesting to set up. Should give you a bird's eye view. Let's see what we got. Everybody see it right there? All right. Here's the height. Not bad, right? Let's see what's next. Okay, so the next part is to... All right, put together this run. Bring the box over. You guys can have a better view of this thing. The box out, give you a better view, maybe what it's supposed to look like. That is what we're building. Oh, except it's upside down. It works better when it goes the other way, doesn't it? That's what we're building. Okay. Who's next? is the best part because you have to get all these pieces, which this is the top. Holy shit, this thing is humongous. This is huge. All right, that's going to be the top. This is the middle. What am I hitting? And then this is the end. So it's pretty far. And that just fell. Okay, so where is this going to? So center. Okay, so the center section, put 2 long track edges on this section, line up with pinholes. All right, that's that section. So long sections. Okay. Oh my God, this thing is like crazy. Anybody else want to come build this one? Already like had it. Okay. So this is to the holes. So there's pinholes on here. They're hard to see, but there's little pinholes, and they say right here is to put this right to the pinholes. You know, I got to say something about shit they did in the 70s with toys. You know, they put the instructions together and stuff, but they really relied on you having half a brain to figure some of this shit out, because it's definitely not, it's not for the weak. That's for sure. Some of these instructions are like, some of it's a little, all right, well, it should be doing this. It's not quite exactly what you thought it would be. This is going to be fun. Okay. So let's do this the other way. See if I can get this to go in this way. That's the tricky part. All right, how about this? So these blue rails kind of spread out a bit. There we go. Okay, there's one. And that goes just to the pinholes, it says. So we're going to go to the pinholes. And then this is going to go. We're supposed to, okay. This is going to go here. Come on, effort. Okay, and this one goes to here. We're starting to get it. Starting to see it? I think you are. Look at the jumper guides. So they have these 2 pieces of plastic. And I believe the idea here is it's to get him when he starts to come down, to force him into that channel so he doesn't get all messed up. The way that works is that the jumper guides on is shown. Okay. All right, so the jumper guide goes on here. One goes here. Okay, and this gets turned down, so this is going to go 1. I really don't think I want to send a big Jim down this thing. I mean, maybe once. I really don't want to take the risk of screwing one up. Okay, so how does this go? So this goes here. These are on the outside. A little confused, okay. The jumper guides on is shown. They go here. This actually is supposed to go down. It's supposed to point down. Okay, these go on. Okay, now what? 26-inch upper section. Put 2 long track edges on this section. Fit ends of track edges to takeoff ramp. All right, here's the other section. Jesus Christ. I'm busting something before it's even done. All right, 2 long sections. So what's supposed to happen here is this is supposed to go into here. This, it slides in, and then these bad boys are supposed to slide up. Okay, let's do it without fucking it up. Yeah, this is a pain in the ass. You know what this is like, trying to put those shitty poster frames on that you get for like $5 or $10 at Walmart? You have to slide the edge up. It's like, the idea behind it is good. And it's probably great if it's brand new, but if it's something that's been around for a while, those things change in size. Don't always go as well, and they don't want to fucking crease the damn thing. Definitely do not want to crease it. All right, so I need to get up to here. I have another 5 inches to go. That's just one side. All right, let's see, how's that look? Oh, jeez, I still got inches to go. A couple more inches. I think will be good. That's what she said. A little more. A little more. Stay in there. This has to come down just a little bit. Has to be perfect. But nice that they put a little line on there, kind of give you an idea. All right, so now we've got one. So now we've got to get the other one up on the same, going up the other side to the same distance, so we can attach this. And we'll see how it goes. I think I should have been doing this one live. I think this one should have been recorded with jump to, so that you wouldn't have to wait trying to see this whole thing go. Let's get in there. I can tell you, if I take this thing apart, it's never going back together again. I am not going to spend the time to do this thing. It's a freaking goddamn hour to set this thing up. By the time you do this, the kid's already bored. He's off to the next Christmas toy. I'm telling you. One inch at a time. That's what she said. All right. There we go. All right. So, oh, come on, get on there. Don't tell me this just popped out. Please. You gotta be shitting me. Okay, wait a minute. Got it. Got it. Actually, the nice thing about this is that if these got shitted up, these are easy to replace. This is shit you could definitely get elsewhere. All right, so that's done. Now it tells us the upper section's done. Then it says fit the middle section to the upper section. Okay. So the next is that this. Oh my God. Seriously? Okay. This has to go to here. But these are replaceable. I mean, this is just, it's like corrugated plastic, I guess they call it. Or foam or whatever it's called. Okay. Now I see why the pins go to there. Okay, so that has to go to here. You're going to slide up, my friend. You're good. Okay. Then, let's see, it's going to start to look a little better. I'm just going to keep taking out as I put it together so you guys can get the idea. The last piece, fit the lower section to the middle section with ends of track edges. Make sure all track edges meet. Start edges at this end. All right, fit middle section. Oh, okay. 26-inch lower section. Put 2 short track edges on this section. All right. Let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm a little confused on here. Is that okay? So this has short sections. All right, so this is supposed to go somewhere around here, kind of close to the finish line, but not quite there. We'll just do it from this side, see how this goes. Yeah, this is just that corrugated plastic or whatever they call it, I think with foam in the middle. So you should be able to replace this stuff. The stickers, you would have to probably, well, you'd have to scan and reprint or something if you want them, if you don't care about having originals. And that's doable. They're not too complicated. I mean, just says finish. The other one says Big Jim, but let's get this on and see how this is going. All right, so this needs to go. Pinholes for this? I don't see pinholes for this. I thought maybe it'd give us an idea where it's supposed to be. Let's go a little bit up higher. Looks like it goes, the drawing just past the finish line. Jesus, it's probably easier to go from the other side. Okay, let's do the other one from the other side. That'd be a little wiser. Easier to get done. Looks like I don't have to get to go as far. Are we in? We are in. Come on, baby, get down there. Take your time with this shit unless you want to get a crease in it. I'm telling you. If you want to go too fast, you probably mess it all up. And you won't be happy. Okay. So apparently this is supposed to fit onto here. I'm still a little confused on that part there with these guides, but we'll see what it looks like in a minute. It's an engineer's nightmare. I give somebody credit. They sat down and said, hey, man, let's do something Olympic. Let's make a ski jump for a 9-inch action figure. It had to be, I would imagine, one of the more expensive toys for action figures on the market, although G.I. Joe had quite a few expensive toys of their own, didn't they? But I would imagine this was probably a little more expensive than the average toy. Okay, so this is going to go like this. Question is, all right, so that's, oh, I see how it goes. Okay. So then these guides are going to, all right, so I think I see what's happening here. The thing I don't understand is how are these guides supposed to say? Are they just supposed to grab? I don't feel like they're very, oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right. Can you guys see this now? Give you an idea. All right, so the idea is that Big Jim comes sliding down here, and that these pieces, these here, guide him in so he can jump. Looks a little crooked to me, but let's see what we get when we're done, all right? 7. Okay, we have to attach. All right, so we need to put that piece there for the jump. Put all flags and all 4 flagpoles. The flagpoles will also put track underscore. Okay. Yeah. I don't think we're going to leave this out. This is like way too much. So this piece is supposed to go right here. So this piece is going right here. Except I don't see why it's not holding up. Track support. Okay. Well, it says track support. So let's see if it gives us some support. That should be here. This has to be more down. Yeah, we're not sending Big Jim down this today. Sorry, guys. That ain't happening. I am not about to take that risk. Hell to the no. No. And this actually has to go up farther. This is not far enough. Oh, come on, motherfucker. Excuse the profanity, but this is far from a children's show. I can tell you that. It's adult collectors. You got your kids watching this shit. Time to get rid of them. I mean, off the channel. Okay, let's see. Yep, I hear you. Okay, this needs to move over. I think we're getting the idea. I am not going to be sending Big Jim down here, but this is our support piece for back here to help do this. And then there's flags that go all the way down as well. And the idea is that I'm going to beat shit. The idea is that if you were to put these pieces on around here somewhere, which I believe these are just to clip. Yeah, these are just like the clip over here. All right, these just clip here. These are fences for the side so nobody falls off, I guess. I think that's the idea. Don't fall off the big ramp. Okay. So we'll go over here. Oh boy. Okay. Then you have all these flags that you get to clip to the side. There's flag posts, but these will clip to the side. So we're not going to do that. But the idea, I believe, is that you put your Big Jim in here, or the idea is put him up at the top. Let's see if he screws up. Let's see. Okay, so this needs to go up for him to do the jump. Let's try it again. I'm not putting Big Jim on it. We'll just run the skis on their own. And off he goes. Well, that worked great. I think our support needs to be... There's some finessing that needs to be done here, clearly. There he is, and off he jumps. One time. Yup, so these guide him right into, does a little jump, and he gets down to the end, and then you give Big Jim his gold. Of course, we have all of these wonderful flags and so on that can go on as well. It's a USA and Olympics and all that. Wow. Okay. As much as I like to say that was a lot of fun to put together, it's actually a very cool toy. Very cool toy. It's 6.5 feet long, I guess. It's pretty far. So I'll give you guys one more view of it from here. There's your tower in the back. You can see over here, it's hard to do from here, but you can see over here it actually has, it's got actually the base for them to hang out on and the stuff downstairs from the change and so on. And that is it. Just always expect the holes to be worn out. Yeah. So that's what's funny about this, Tony, is that the holes weren't worn out. So the toy looks like maybe somebody opened it once. I don't know. Maybe they opened it, never used it. Maybe they couldn't figure out how to put it together. There's a lot of grandparents in this world or grandmothers that probably don't have an idea on how to do that. But it's definitely cool. All right, now we're going to put it back together. Put it all away. Put it in the box and find a place for it in the toy room of solitude. I wonder if I can join my phone in. No, I can't join my phone in. I'm going to do a separate video. Of the room once I get this cleaned up so you guys can actually get a look. But that's it for today. Whew, it's a little warm down here. I'm going to get the air conditioner going down here. Don't like the way it feels. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing well. Have a great evening. Peace, bitches. We are done. Oh, wait a minute. Before we do that, let's go out in style, shall we? Sure. Why not? Let's go out in style.
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, a beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? It's a neighborly day in this beauty wood, a neighborly day for a beauty. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? I have always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you, so let's make the most of this beautiful day. Since we're together, we might as well say, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? Won't you please? Won't you please? Please won't you be my neighbor?